Welcome to the Galaxy Connection Podcast, Episode 4. I am your host, Jack.
And I'm Peyton.
And we are back for another one. Alright, so as always, something exciting?
Something exciting.
Or bad, whatever it is.
Let me think about that. Oh, I know what. It's kind of random. But as a theater major, we have to take a bunch of the classes that we might not necessarily want to take, but one of the classes we have to take is costume techniques. And in costume techniques right now, we are making pajama pants. And I finished my pajama pants today. They are very comfortable. I got the fabric like in February.
Do you get to keep them?
Yeah, I get to keep them. They're actually in my car right now, and I got this Pokemon Christmas fabric, and they were on sale like in February because nobody wanted them. They're the ugliest things ever.
That's pretty cool.
The thing is, I sort of screwed up. Like the fabric, like the picture on it. One side it's upside down. And then one side it's like facing the right way. So, like, one leg I can look at the picture, but then the other leg, I guess other people can look at the picture.
That's pretty funny, though.
But they're really comfortable. So, despite them being the ugliest things, I will wear them all the time.
That's good. So I said, I think 2 episodes ago that this spring break I'm going to Disney World, and I haven't been since I was really, really young when I lived in Florida, so it's been a while, and I didn't ride any of the rides, but we got in the mail these little wrist bracelet thingies that are I guess like some sort of, they're like access passes or something.
Maybe like a fast pass?
Yeah, they're like electronic, and you just like
fancy.
scan them. Yeah, and it's cool too because they've got like the Mickey Mouse ears on the bracelet. And it's this kind of, it's like a durable kind of bracelet. It seems like legit.
Right.
And then on the back of the bracelet, it's got like your name engraved on it.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool. So getting that in the mail, I'm like super, super excited.
It's getting close.
I've been tempering my excitement just because it's one of those things where when you think too much about it, it gets painful, because like that's how it was with Star Wars. Every time a Star Wars comes out, I'm like in pain. I'm like, oh, like please come faster. So I've been trying not to think about it, but it is less than a month away. Right. It's like 16 or 17 days away. I'm so excited. So yeah, getting that in the mail was just awesome. But yeah. So let's see. Patreon supporter. We did not get any questions on Patreon today, even though Will Dean is still supporting. So
yes, he is.
Just because you ask a question on Patreon doesn't mean you can't ask anymore. So, yeah, go to Patreon, check us out, and support us if you'd like. So, yeah, we'll get right into it, the podcast topics. Yeah, so right off the bat is the Oscars. We'll talk a little bit about just that in general.
Right.
So I didn't actually watch them. Peyton watched the whole thing.
I did.
And something crazy happened at the end, and I'll let Peyton describe that.
Well, okay, so the Oscars they were very interesting to watch. I personally enjoyed Jimmy Kimmel being a host. I know a lot of people would disagree with me. Some people are saying he was sort of a copy of Ellen, which that's okay, because so far Ellen has been the best recent host of the Oscars that I have seen. And I'll just cut to the chase. At the end of the Oscars, that's finally the big one. Not Best Actor, not Best Actress, but Best Overall Picture. That is the grand one they saved for last. And like for most moviegoers, they would know right now it's between La La Land and Moonlight. Those are the 2 movies that really would be the ones to win Best Picture. So, the guy gets up there to announce Best Picture, and he sort of looks confused up there. He's like, what the heck? And he turns to, like, his co-announcer, and she looks at it, and she just blurts out, La La Land, Best Picture. And La La Land comes up on the stage to accept their reward, and then just the craziest thing that could happen. The producer of La La Land that accepted the award, he came on the microphone. He went, "There's a mistake. Moonlight, you guys won Best Picture," and everybody was just sort of silent. There were a few like claps of like confusion. And he's like, "I'm not joking. Moonlight won Best Picture," and he shows the card.
If he were joking, that would be the rudest.
It would be the rudest thing.
Oh man!
But the guy came out on stage who announced it, and he went, "Let me explain what happened. I got my envelope. I opened it. It said Emma Stone, La La Land, which that was the category before Best Actress, and she won Best Actress. And so he got like the same envelope twice.
Yeah.
The envelope company that makes those, they came out and apologized. They said it was all on us. So somebody definitely got fired. It's just I don't know if it's on the Oscar side or the envelope making side.
Yeah.
But it was very crazy to watch that happen because it's kind of like Steve Harvey from Miss Universe. It was like a big like repeat again. I was watching all this madness happen again.
Yeah. And do you think it was an accident, or do you think someone did that on purpose to like kind of
That's another thing. A lot of people think it was a publicity
cause
stunt.
hype? Yeah.
A lot of people think they wanted a big old news story.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Everyone's talking about that right now.
Everybody's talking about it. So if it was a publicity stunt, they did it because that's the craziest thing you could possibly do at the Oscars is their biggest and best category, screw that one up. It's different if they screwed up another category, but their best one, the one that we're all waiting to see, they screw that one up.
And the part that confused me is they got like 2 speeches. Hold on, YouTube. Look at that.
Movie recording has been stopped automatically. Why is that?
I don't know, but it's...
Oh, your card's full.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it's not recording.
I mean, I don't care. You can move. YouTube, just hold on. And podcasters...
I'll talk more about the Oscars.
Yeah, keep talking. I'll fix this. I'm coming, YouTube.
A few things that... a lot of people think it's a publicity stunt. I'm going to talk about some of the things that won. The things that came... The things that came as a shock to me. The first one was Jungle Book winning Best Visual Effects.
Peace out.
I will admit those visual effects were great. My personal opinion is it should have gone to Doctor Strange because I saw that movie. I was more impressed with the visual effects that movie because that movie's all about visual effects. And another category that I was completely okay with this. Best makeup and costumes went to Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad won an Oscar, which I did not imagine happening.
I saw a news story that it's just said, well, Suicide Squad is now an Oscar-winning movie.
And from that point on, DC now has more Oscars than Marvel. Because...
Outrageous.
Because of their hair and makeup. I really thought that one was going to go to Star Trek, which I also thought was a good movie because Star Trek is full of those alien creatures and stuff. But, like, when I think about it, Suicide Squad, their Killer Croc was pretty incredible.
Really good,
I was watching with a group of friends at, like, this, like, Oscar party. And he turned to me when I said, like, the Killer Croc makeup, and he went, I thought Killer Croc was CG.
Yeah.
So that just shows how... incredible
YouTube,
it
we're
is.
Back, YouTube.
Yeah,
okay.
It shows how incredible they did on that. So I guess the Oscar is rightfully deserved.
Yeah, it did look good. Yeah, that's man, what a mess up.
What a mess up. That's embarrassing.
I mean, seriously,
I wasn't even like laughing. I was like cringing.
I wasn't even watching the Oscars. Like I said, I was just watching. I was actually playing. I was in VR.
Is that when I called you?
Yeah. And I get a call from Peyton, and I was like, I wonder what this is about. And then you were like, are you seeing this? And I was like, no, I'm actually not. What's up? Yeah.
Oh, it was horrible.
That sounds horrible.
Man.
Okay, so following the Oscar trend, I'll touch over a few of the winners for things, just some ones that I think are notable. Best cinematography, La La Land, which is cool. Best Best visual effects, Jungle Book.
Yeah,
which,
I brought that up.
you know,
I disagree
yeah,
with. Other people disagree with me.
I disagree with as well. I just don't think so. Best original screenplay. No, I don't care about that. Never mind. Best original song was "City of Stars" from La La Land. Do you agree with that?
I do. That was my favorite song from the whole movie.
Because I've heard a lot of people like joke about it. Because does he sound good? I've heard like people like joke that he's like.
A lot of people are like, yeah. A lot of people joked about that. Ryan Reynolds can't sing.
Yeah.
And
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. I mean, excuse me. And they brought a guy out, like a professional singer, I guess.
Yeah, John
we can
Legend.
say, and he came out and sang "City of Stars," and he did it an octave higher. And I brought up the point to like my Oscar party. I was like, "Why is he doing it an octave higher?" And they went, "Because Ryan Gosling can't sing." And I went, "Okay, but I still prefer it an octave lower."
Yeah.
And they started listening for another 10 seconds, and they went, "You know, me too." So I don't know. I preferred it in that like octave lower, and I thought I enjoyed Ryan Gosling's performance much more than this other guy they brought out.
Yeah.
So that's just me. The movie's getting a lot of hate, and I don't think it deserves it.
I think most good movies sometimes will get hate just because they are so successful, and I think people want to hate on them. Best original music score also went to La La Land.
Yeah.
Which awesome. Best animated feature was Zootopia, which I figured it would be.
It was between Moana and Zootopia.
You know, I haven't seen either, actually, but I've heard that some people, I don't think this is true, but some people have said that Zootopia is better than, what the heck?
Which movie?
Joy.
Joy? Oh, Inside Out.
Inside Out. Which, have you seen Zootopia?
I have not seen Zootopia,
Okay.
but I've heard the exact same thing.
Wow, because Inside Out was phenomenal. What a masterpiece of a movie, and I don't know. So, you know, if it's that good, then maybe it did deserve it. But I haven't seen it. I really do want to check it out.
I saw one that Viola Davis got a Best Supporting Actress, and I thought that was funny. It was for Fences, and I started going around Facebook making a joke that, how come she didn't win Best Supporting Actress for Suicide Squad?
Oh,
And, like,
was she?
She's I forgot her name in Suicide Squad. It shows how much of an impact she left
Are
in
you
that
the
movie.
devil? That woman.
Amanda Waller.
Amanda Waller.
Amanda
What?
Waller.
I didn't know that. That's funny. Wow. She didn't win for Suicide Squad?
She didn't win for Suicide Squad. She won for a better movie.
Yeah. Best director goes to La La Land. They really swept.
Yeah. They
good job.
snagged everything except Best Picture, which they thought they snagged for a little bit.
It's unfortunate. Best actress, Emma Stone, La La Land. Is that... Do you agree?
I do.
Okay.
Everybody around me did not.
Okay.
Everybody around me...
Tell me this. Is she of the caliber she is in all her other movies? Because, like, I've always thought she's, like, kind of, you know, meh. Was she... Did you think she really stepped it up in La La Land? Because I haven't seen La La Land. Still, I really want to, but...
See, the thing is, I've heard a lot of people say, like, I don't think Emma Stone's such a good actress. But there's never been a role I never was, like, unimpressed about. I've seen,
I guess
like...
I've never been unimpressed. I've always just been like, yeah,
Right.
you're all right.
Like, I mean, I've seen, like, her starter movie, which was
Easy A, yeah.
And I was impressed with that. I was impressed with her Spider-Man stuff. I know there's some other roles that she's done that I'm forgetting. But, no, I thought she was perfect for this movie.
Good. Okay.
Yeah. And another argument I keep hearing is they cast two actors who can't sing and dance, which, whatever. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Best actor goes to Casey Affleck, who was he was in
I don't know.
Manchester by the Sea. I didn't see that film.
I never even heard of the film until the Oscars came around.
See,
And
I had heard a lot of good things about it, but
I heard a lot of good things about through the Oscars from all the awards it was winning.
yeah. So cool. Good for him.
Yeah.
And then Best Picture, of course, goes to La La Land.
Nope.
Wait, I mean Moonlight.
There was a mistake.
There's a mistake.
Moonlight, you won Best Picture.
Yeah,
This is not a joke.
Moonlight won Best Picture. Another film I have not seen, but I've heard it compared to Boyhood, which I have seen, and Boyhood was so good. a phenomenal movie.
Right.
So I think, that bodes well. Kind of growing up and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, good for him. Good for him. Good for them. Good for the team, and good for movies in general.
Look, if we scroll down, there's the top story
yeah.
right now.
Oh
You're not
God.
seeing on the phone, but it's all about the ending to the
news
Oscars.
Stories of the but yeah. So yeah, there's the Oscars in a nutshell.
Yep.
Okay, so next item on the list is a PSVR game that it already came out, so it's not on Games Out this week. It's just something I'd like to talk about. I commonly will go onto my PlayStation Store and look at the new VR games just because, there's always new ones like coming in and I like to check them out. And I see this little picture that's got like a sword on it and it said Mervils. And I was like, okay, like the sword, I was like, okay, cool, let's check it out. So I go into it and the graphics just look kind of like a joke, it looks kind of like...
Looks Nintendo 64.
Yeah, it's like, okay, yeah, this is just like kind of like some indie developer made some bad VR game. And I was like, okay, funny. And then I watched a video and I was like, I don't know, like maybe this would be cool.
Yeah, and you sent me the video.
I sent you the video.
I went, I don't know, why VR?
Yeah.
I was watching gameplay. I went, why is this in VR?
I then watched a video review and then read 3 other ones. And in the video review, the guy said this was the best VR game he had played, which I was like, whoa. In the other 3, they all got ratings of 8 or higher, which just blew my mind. I was like, what? This is actually like good? And apparently it is. And so I bought it, and it was $20, and I played just about 20 minutes because I had to do some other things, but it was super fun. It was
good
to
hear.
Weird. And what I've played, I'll agree with the video reviewer. He said, think Mario 64, but more like The Hobbit, kind of like a medieval adventure type of thing. And it is, they have these portals to like different worlds.
Yeah.
And then within, I don't know if this is how Mario 64 was,
but
you
jump like in paintings to go to different worlds.
There's like the home world where you just do stuff and figure it out. And then there's 4 worlds. One of them's like just like normal like land.
Sure.
The second one is like a desert type of theme.
There's a desert.
The next one is like, oh, I'm sorry, I messed it up. First one is like normal land, whatever, forest, Second one is like a ice, snow, mountain thing.
Yeah.
Then the next one after that is like a lava fire thing. And then the one after that, which I can't wait to get to, is it's like a sand pirate theme type of thing, Caribbean-ish. And so I didn't even actually go into any of the worlds. I just was like doing like the intro stuff, and you get to create a character. But yeah, it's super fun. And it's just like, you're just running around and you got a little weapon and you get armor and new weapons as you go. And it's different because it's in third person, which most VR games are in first person, which, Peyton brought up the point. He's like, why VR? Like, what do you need VR for? And what it helps to do is like, and I'm just copying basically what the guy said in the video review, but I agree with him. It makes you feel like you're like a kid again playing with action figures because you're in this environment and you get to look all around and see these mountains and castles, and your little guy's in front of you, and then you get to go around. And there's some camera settings that you can change to like the camera can automatically follow him and you can just look, or you can be in complete control of the camera. And every time you click left trigger, it like zooms, like it like pops to where he is.
Right.
But yeah, it's really fun, and I'm gonna keep playing it. And the guy on the review said it was about 9 to 10 hours.
Interesting. Free game or
what?
How much was it?
20.
Okay.
But I mean, like, I paid $20 for Batman VR, which I loved, but that was like what, an hour and a half, 2 at max.
I think it was
and this is like a 10-hour game, and it's a full on. There's a story. I won't spoil. You'll figure it out when you start playing.
Okay.
But there's like a kind of a cool story that goes with it. But yeah, it's really cool so far. So if you have a VR, I think it's on the Vive and the Oculus, but don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure I saw that it was on PC. So But definitely if you have PSVR, check it out because it's, yeah, it looks really cool. So, yeah. All right, next on the list is, and actually the day we are recording this, which is a Monday, this news came out today.
Yeah. So this came out a few days ago for
you guys listening. But I'm stoked. So Sunday, Target, the retailer, they accidentally leaked an image of Shadow of Mordor 2. And it just had, the main guy on the front, and it was called Shadow of War. I was like, whoa.
Freaking Target.
Yeah. And today, they just released the trailer. The companies, I guess they were just like, all right.
Whatever.
I guess it's out there. So, yeah, Shadow of Mordor 2, which was my 2014 Game of the Year, which is, very, very exciting that we're getting another one because it was such a good game. Yeah, so the trailer happened, and it's a cinematic trailer, and what you're seeing is it looks like the main guy and Celebrimbor, who he's like he like shares the same body with this elf guy who's dead. Anyway, it looks like they're like crafting a new ring of power in Mount Doom. And it looks just like the One Ring, like that you've all seen from the movies, except it's silver and it glows not purple. It glows blue, and you can see it there, Peyton.
Right.
But yeah, it looks really cool, and yeah, I'm super super excited. Because they had the Nemesis system. If anyone listening has not played this game, seriously go check it out. It's on everything. It's on like every console just about except Wii products.
Sorry, Nintendo.
Sorry. But yeah, it's so fun. It had such a just intriguing story, and for any of you who like Lord of the Rings, or even if you just like fantasy games, check it out because you liked the first one, right?
I did. I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah. It was just fun, man. Yeah, that's really really good news. So, okay, so. And I did this last week, but Star Wars Rebels had a new episode this past Saturday again. Again, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'll just vaguely touch over it. This one had a lot to do with Agent Callus, which, the Imperial guy. And it was basically entirely about him. And the episode was called Through Imperial Eyes. And it even starts out, the beginning of the episode, the first like 15 seconds is which Rebels has never done. It was like a first person camera of him like walking around the room and doing things.
Sure.
But yeah, it was a really good episode, and you and I definitely need to start up like.
I need to start season 3 in general.
Yeah, we need to watch a few of those, so because it's going really well. But yeah, that was a good episode. So again, shout out to Rebels.
Rebels.
It's great. It's such a great TV show. So, okay, so this will be this is the last like topic, and it'll be a good segue into the games coming out this week. So, Horizon Zero Dawn, which is a game coming out this week, but we'll talk about it in a second. It is getting stellar reviews, which I figured it would because it's Sony's new big exclusive. And just to give you an example, it's got 9 out of 10 on trusted reviews. It's got 9.3 out of 10 from IGN, and it's got an 88 right now on Metacritic. Yeah, so I'm very excited about that. It looked awesome. And that comes out for us.
Maybe 11 o'clock today?
Yeah.
It depends on if they do something like that.
Yeah, and when you guys are listening to this, it'll be out already, so check it out, at least watch a video on it. But yeah, it's getting really good reviews, so it's, looking to shape up. And we'll probably talk a little bit about it next week as well when we actually get to play it. So yeah. Okay. So we will segue into the next topic, which is games coming out this week. So we've obviously got Horizon Zero Dawn, which is what I just spoke about, and I'll give you a little read about it. In a lush post-apocalyptic world where nature has reclaimed the ruins of a forgotten civilization, pockets of humanity live on a primitive hunter-gatherer tribes. Their dominion over the new wilderness has been usurped by the machines, fearsome mechanical creatures of unknown origin. So yeah, it's you can look up videos, but it's kind of this like third-person action game. You play as this girl who has a bow and arrow, and you're like, there's like these robot dinosaurs. But it looks cool. Have you had any impression? Like, have you thought anything of it? I know you haven't followed it too closely, but what's your thoughts?
I haven't followed it too closely because me and, I know this is going to sound crazy, but me and open world exploring games never have clicked too well. Yeah. I'm like, I know I sound like a madman because open world games are like the number one thing to play right now. Like, I didn't enjoy Witcher as much as other people. I didn't enjoy Shadow of Mordor as much. We mentioned, and I thought that was a good game.
You're not like insane about
I am not insane about those like open world sort of exploring, choose your own quest looking games. I don't know. So it looks good. I know it'll be good. I just don't know if me and the game will click.
Yeah. Well, that's fair, All right. All right. Another game out this week is a game coming out exclusively for the Nintendo Switch, which we'll talk more about that in a minute. And this game is called Snipper Clippers.
Snipper Clippers.
Cut paper characters into new shapes to solve puzzles with friends.
Heck yeah.
Here are the features of the game. Work together with friends to cut paper characters. I just said that. I'm just restating what I said. Okay. Communicate and cooperate, or not, and move the paper characters on the screen. Get creative and cut shapes out of each other to interact with the environment, move objects, and solve puzzles.
I swear, Nintendo's running out of ideas here.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it's a game.
How much are they charging me for this?
That's a great question.
Is that going to be a full game? Because this sounds
I don't
like
think so, because it is digital only.
Okay.
4-player, up to 4 players. Yeah, maybe. This could be cool.
Maybe.
It's something.
Maybe when it's on sale, it'll be cool.
Yeah. Okay. So, next coming out this week is 1-2 Switch.
Yeah.
Da-na-na.
That's how it goes.
1-2 Switch. So, again, this is an exclusive Nintendo game, Nintendo Switch exclusive, and here's the thing. Okay. Throw an impromptu party anywhere with anyone thanks to a new playstyle in which players look at each other, not the screen. Bringing the action and fun into the real world as you face off in the Wild West duels, cow milking competitions, copycat dance-off, and more. Each game takes advantage of the Joy-Con controller features of the Nintendo Switch. Dang it. System. While the action unfolds on screen, the audience watches the players themselves instead of the screen. There's some more. Switch. There it is. I am so excited for this game. I don't know, man. It looks awesome. It looks fun. And I'm really big into party games.
Yeah.
We love the Jackbox Party Pack. And this just is, like, so cool looking.
For a video game company, they make it sound like such a bad thing, like, to look at a screen.
I know. Yeah, don't look at the screen. Look at your friends.
They're like, in this game, you don't even look at the screen. It's like 99% of the time you want us to look at the screen.
I know. Yeah, it is intriguing, though, that, like, this is a game that, like, does focus on just, like, looking at your opponent, which is funny.
You don't get those at all.
Yeah.
That never happens.
Yeah, I'm excited. There's... Okay, I could be either right or really wrong.
Okay.
80 games in 1-2 Switch.
Really?
Does that sound like a lot?
That sounds like too many.
It could be 20.
Either. That's a drastic difference. We went from 80 to 20.
It is somewhere between 20 and 80 games. I know that for sure.
Now I have to look it up.
Look it up. But yeah, it looks fun. Like, as I said in the description, there's like a Wild West game, and that's like, you're two of you are holding the controllers, and then you have to like draw the guns, and whoever draws it the fastest, wins. And there's like a wand one. It kind of makes me think of Harry Potter, like wand dueling. Yeah, there's another one I said in the thing. There's one where you're milking cows, which is okay. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, there's a ton of really cool looking ones on there, and
I think there's 17.
Wow. Where did I go so wrong?
80 didn't sound right.
No, it didn't sound right in my head, but I think I wanted it to be right.
Oh, no. There's 20.
Okay. 20.
Yeah. Okay, it's between 17 to 20. I'm getting different answers everywhere.
Okay, it is no longer 80.
Not 80.
There's 80 if your imagination lets you have 80.
You can play without the console on and make up your own games.
You can pretend the gun shooting one is you shooting two laser blasters instead. So there is 80.
Yeah.
Plus. 80 plus.
80 plus.
I'm going to say that on record for Nintendo. But yeah, that game looks hilarious and funny, and just a good game to be like, hey, are we hanging out tonight? Yeah. Want me to bring my Switch? Yeah. Are you bringing 1-2 Switch? Just like in the commercials when the girl's looking out her window and all her friends on the on the other roof are going, come on, come over and play with me. And she's like, okay. Yeah. Because we all live in New York skyscraper buildings.
Yep.
None of us live in just
That's what
suburban,
Japan thinks America is.
Everyone lives in New York. Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
And the final game coming out this week, which is... no, not probably. It's the biggest one coming out this week. It is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Woo!
And I just had a genius idea. I feel like
what?
I read these too much. We can switch. You read it.
Ooh, okay.
I feel like I read them. I've been hogging it.
All right, so Breath of the Wild is going to be an open-world Zelda game, as usual. All Zelda games have always been known for their open-world environment. That is an open-world game I can get into.
Yeah. Those are different, I would say.
It's different.
They have a different feel. They always do.
Yeah.
So it makes them special.
That's the special magic of Zelda.
Yeah.
Explore the wilds of Hyrule any way you like. Climb up towers and mountain peaks in your search of new destinations, then set your own path to get there and plunge into the wilderness. Along the way, you'll battle towering enemies, hunt wild beasts, and gather ingredients for the food and elixirs you will need on your journey. So
that's what I wanted.
You can now starve to death in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. There's more than 100 shrines of trials to discover. So I assume that those are like dungeons.
Yeah, I'd assume.
So there's over 100 dungeons.
Okay.
Be prepared and properly equipped. You will have a variety of outfits and gear in this game. You will have to change your clothes based on certain environments. That's nothing new to Zelda.
That's
like
yeah.
Like in Ocarina of Time, you need like the fire tunic and the water. You always have to change
Majora's
your clothes.
Mask, they had like masks and stuff. I love that though.
Some examples they give is you'll need some warmer clothes in some environments.
Wow.
Change into something better suited for the desert. So there is like a desert, and some clothing can make you go faster and even stealthier.
Wow.
Battling the enemies requires strategy. Each one has their own weaknesses, as usual. Nothing new there. Yeah. So you must think quickly and do the right strategies to defeat them. If anybody cares, it's amiibo compatible.
No, I care.
You care?
I care, and I have a heartbreakingly beautiful story to tell you about the amiibos. You can finish, but I have amiibo news.
If you get the Wolf Link amiibo.
No, don't say it. Don't say it.
Oh,
don't say it.
Okay. What do you?
That's a part of this story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can't. Well, that's it.
Okay, cool.
And there's going to be a DLC, which they're going to make expansion packs for the game, which is something new for Nintendo. They never do DLC.
Yeah, I think the first time they did it was Mario Kart when they had those little map DLCs of the
Right.
characters, but
But this is like this is gonna give you new places to explore.
wow, that's
stuff like
cool.
that. And a lot of people are furious that Nintendo is doing DLC. They think that it's like you don't have to buy it.
yeah, that's always the argument, and I think to play devil's advocate, their argument is, you know, what people hate about DLC, I think, is game developers are purposely just leaving things out of a game and then charging you more to add it in later, which, okay, maybe they're doing that, but my counter argument to that is, like Peyton said, you don't have to buy it. You just don't. And then second, when games first started, if you were lucky, you would maybe get, 6-7 hours out of it? Okay, games come out now, and they are like, you know, like a normal campaign game is usually around like 12 hours. Like, you're already getting more than what you would have ever gotten when games first started. And I mean, look at games like Witcher. I played about 160 hours of that game.
Yeah.
I paid $60. So no, I don't mind paying for their DLC because games are longer, they're better. Sorry, you know, it's a growing industry, and it, you know, they need money to make more games. So whatever. Yeah, I don't have a problem with it, you know. There are some DLCs that I've had issues with and gone, are you kidding me? Namely, Star Wars Battlefront. I love Star Wars Battlefront. I love anything Star Wars, but $50 for 4 new locations. Are you kidding me?
I think Evolve's worse.
Oh my.
They made 2 season passes.
Yep.
And all of there are a bunch of other character skins that you don't get with the season pass that you have to buy separately.
And how much is that? We looked at that. How much was it all? Like all the DLC totaled up, the character skins.
$200.
It was insane.
And like the thing is, the character skins and like weapon customization, they're not good.
They're just like,
they don't even look good.
They're just like little like splotches of color, and you're like, okay,
you got a blue stripe down your gun now for $5.
Yeah, it's kind of outrageous.
Right.
But yeah, I have no doubt that the Zelda expansions will be cool.
Amiibo story.
Okay, yeah. So first, I'll tell them that thing about the amiibo, and then I'll do the story. Okay. So, like Peyton said, there is amiibo compatibility, and the one I'm super excited for is if you have the Wolf Link amiibo from Twilight Princess. If you put it on the Nintendo Switch, you'll get a wolf companion to fight with you. And wolves is one of my favorite, or a wolf is like my favorite animal. And so that's super cool when I heard that.
Reminds me of Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
Like with the wolf and stuff like
that.
Well,
it is the wolf from...
Oh, it is the wolf from Twilight Princess?
Yeah, that's the amiibo. So you get like the Link wolf to fight with you.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's cool. So get this. This is the story I read about, and it was absolutely like...
Oh, this didn't happen to you. You just read about it.
No, I read about it, and it's wonderful. So before this whole Wolf Link amiibo, like before the function of it was announced or anything like that, there was I read this story about these brothers who, you know, played Zelda since they were younger. They played it constantly. They helped each other with it. They figured the dungeons out together. And one of the brothers was, I think he was diagnosed with something. I don't know what, but it was terminal. And the last Zelda game they played together was the remastered Twilight Princess one.
The most recent one.
Yeah, and when one of the amiibo compatibility things with that was if you beat the game or whatever, and you could load your game onto that amiibo, and if you had beaten the game fully, you could take that to YouTubers. Okay. You could take that amiibo to what we now know. You can take it to Breath of the Wild on the Switch, and all the data from that game makes the wolf stronger, essentially.
Oh, cool. So
get this. His brother, they finished Twilight Princess, which was the last one they got to play together, and his brother passed away, and it was very, you know, we have siblings, we know that would be the worst. And then I don't know how long after, but then they announced what the Wolf Link amiibo would do for Breath of the Wild. And in this article, this guy just, he said that he just absolutely broke down and cried because he realized
he's gonna have
his brother there
fighting with him
because him and his brother beat Twilight Princess together, so that's like a visual representation of, you know, his brother's work and their relationship over Zelda.
Neat.
And I thought that was absolutely so, you know, just so powerful. I was like, that is, wow, really cool. And Nintendo got a hold of that story and sent him this massive care package that was like, hey, we heard your story. We're so glad that we could, you know, put this in for you. Here's some more stuff, you know.
Stuff.
Yeah, here's some stuff, and
here's the Switch 3 months before
here's the
it comes
Switch.
out.
Wow, wouldn't that be cool? But yeah, I thought that was an absolutely cool story, and a very cool, thing that that's available for the Wolf Link amiibo. I think that's just so cool. So yeah. All right, so that is all for the games out this week. And now we're going to start the topic of the show, which is, you might have guessed, the Switch. Because it does come out. When you're hearing this, it'll be out right now. So go get it. Oh, never mind. They're sold out. So if you have it.
If you have it pre-ordered.
I hope you're having fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll just, it comes out. So I'll ask a few questions.
Mm-hmm.
Peyton, are you excited?
I am excited.
Yep.
I have it pre-ordered.
On a scale of 1 to 100, how excited would you say?
1 to 100. 75.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a C.
Why is it C? Tempering yourself a little?
I'm not gonna be here.
When
it comes out. I have it pre-ordered though. So it'll be sitting at home, ready for me.
It will.
But I won't be able to play it.
Yeah.
I want you to send me like videos like throughout the week. Of,
I will. Yeah.
1-2 Switch, like you and Claire playing something.
Yeah, we will. That's the first one I'm probably gonna do.
Let me know if it sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, heck, if it stinks, then you can just return it because yours will be sealed up. Yeah. I am also excited. I'm probably at a 150.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm really excited.
I didn't realize how excited you were.
Well,
for it.
I'm excited just because it's a new console, and I always get excited. I don't know. I'm just so pumped. And another thing. So
you went out of your rating there. That's how excited you are.
I know. I broke the scale. I'm working the midnight launch.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. I'm only working about an hour, but I'll be handing out Switches to people. But I just can't wait for, like, when it's the countdown, I'm going to be like, are you ready? And everyone's like, yeah.
Are you going to do that?
Yeah, and I'm going to go, the Switch is coming, and
say exactly that.
Stutter over my
Switch
it's already midnight, and I'm still stuttering, and they're like, oh, we don't care, just give us the thing. And I go, 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, Switch.
I have to.
Yeah.
I have to, dude.
Your GameStop actually called me.
Really?
And they were like, hey, do you have a Switch pre-order? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, well, we want to invite you down to our midnight. We're going to have, like, games for everybody to play and stuff like that.
We're having a Nintendo trivia.
And I was getting so jealous. Yeah. And I didn't have the heart to say, I'm not going to be here.
So you're just like, sweet.
I was like, cool, I can't wait.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, I'm not going to be there.
That's so sad.
I hear there's going to be like a Smash Bros.
Smash Bros. Tournament.
On.
I'm bringing my Zelda sword. And there's no reason.
Your real one?
Yeah.
There's no reason.
There isn't. I'm just going to be like, check it out. Maybe I'll let people do a photo booth or something.
Yeah, charge people.
Cool. Yeah.
Charge people $1 to take a picture with the sword and shield.
A Switch photo booth.
Bring like crummy like backdrop.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's a great idea. I'm gonna go. Are you ready? On the count of 3, everyone's getting their Switch, and I'm gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2, Switch.
And then snap, and they all appear.
And they all appear, and then the store gets flooded.
I actually, you brought it up last episode. Somebody on Snapchat that I'm friends with works at Best Buy. Mm-hmm. They just got their Switch games, and I saw the case.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Isn't it?
He posted a Super Bomberman case, and
it's odd, isn't it?
PS Vita, slightly bigger, taller
PS Vita case. Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm psyched. I think it'll be a fun launch.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your most anticipated game thus far? And that doesn't have to be just launch games. It can be any game.
Yeah.
So like I know Mario Odyssey is on there,
Mario
but
Odyssey.
it can be a launch game too. It's
I think it's 1-2 Switch.
Oh yeah, 1-2 Switch.
Oh my gosh, I'm probably gonna be the only person that says that, because Breath of the Wild is probably a more they probably put more effort and more time into that. Heck, even Splatoon probably is gonna get more time and effort.
Yeah, Splatoon.
But I'm so excited for 1-2 Switch.
I mean, that was the one that after the conference we were like, that looks really good.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, no, I agree. I'm very excited.
What's yours?
It's definitely Breath of the Wild. I know that's everyone's basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited.
Not mine.
I love Zelda. It's my favorite Nintendo franchise. So yeah, I'm really excited. Oh shoot! You know what?
What?
No.
You changed it? What is it?
I just remembered. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. That could also be up there.
What?
It's this weird in Super Smash Bros. Shulk, that guy always plays. He's from that.
Oh, okay.
I really like Xenoblade. It's a open world type. It's kind of like Zelda, but way more Japanese. And I'm not a huge Japanese fan, but I like that in Final Fantasy.
Right.
But yeah, I'm probably really excited for that. Both.
Both.
Two answers.
1-2 Switch.
No, it's Zelda. It's Zelda. I made up my mind. But Xenoblade looks good too.
Yeah.
Okay. What games do you think kind of need to come to the Switch? Obviously not originals, but I mean, what franchises do you want to see back on this new console?
I want my console Kid Icarus game. When I saw that Kid Icarus oh shoot, I forgot. Is it Kid Icarus Uprising? Yeah.
On the DS?
I thought that was coming to the Wii, and I was so excited for it. And then it's 3DS, and at the time I didn't have a 3DS, and I was all right. I want my console Kid Icarus game. I also want a good Kirby game.
Good Kirby game.
I've
never played a Kirby, actually.
You never?
No.
You know what I think would be interesting,
What?
and I know a lot of people will disagree with me.
What?
I would love a 3D Kirby game.
Wow, that sounds cool.
It sounds cool, but it also sounds hard to make.
Yeah.
Because the other 2D games that have already gone to 3D, they've already done it. Mm-hmm. And there's not been too many 2D to 3D transitions now because they've already done all they can.
By the way, Peyton's not talking about 3D on the 3DS.
No.
We don't care about 3D on the 3DS.
It doesn't work.
It's not cool. We're talking about a third person act.
Yeah.
You're actually behind the person.
Right.
I think that would be fun.
No, I want a first person Kirby game.
Oh my god.
I see them come at the screen
when you're sucking them in. Yeah.
What about you?
I've got
Call of Duty.
I've got two. Well, more like 1.5. One game that I just want to see this franchise resurface is Metroid. I want a cool Metroid game again. I loved Metroid Prime. I loved that game. How it was a first person thing. But I'll tell you what, it would be cool if it were a third person as well.
You want third person?
I think that might be cool.
It's different.
Yeah. Have they ever done that?
Nope.
No.
Not
I think it'd be
Metroid.
cool. I also wouldn't mind first person, but I think a new Metroid game would be fun because those were always a little
Why not
grittier.
both?
Yeah, both.
Let's give the
Do
option
both.
to first or third.
Yeah, seriously. And then the other one, which is kind of you'll see what I mean. I think they're redoing Mario Kart for the thing. Why was it not on their first agenda to do Smash Bros? I am in upheaval about that.
On the Wii U, it came a little later. So I mean, it wasn't.
No. But I mean, Mario Kart. It's the same Mario Kart as the Wii U one. Why didn't they do that with Smash? Just the same
Oh.
Smash Bros. And
Wait, it's the exact same Mario Kart
yeah,
game?
it just comes with all
That's
the.
lame.
Yeah, it's just the same one. It's
How
not.
lazy of them.
Yeah, well,
And
I
that's
want.
not a day one?
No, I know. I was like, seriously, like
The game's already
it's,
ready
it's
to go.
already made. Like you just need to get it onto
Put it
the.
on a cartridge.
But yeah, I don't know why Smash Bros isn't there. You know, they're
We're gonna get Melee.
yeah, which is cool, but like.
Melee was good.
The only reason I would find it acceptable that Smash Bros is not being put on the Switch is that there's a new one in production, which is cool.
That is.
That has to be it. But
They're not
I
gonna
was
stop.
I was upset. I was like, come on, I want Smash Bros because
Right.
that's the only game when I sold my Wii U that I was so upset about. But yeah, I want to see Smash Bros and I'd love to see Metroid. So
Right.
okay. How do you think the Switch will stack up to PS4 and Xbox One?
It won't.
Okay.
I like. Do you mean like sales wise or?
I guess sales and just quality wise.
Not as many people are gonna buy it. That's a given, and maybe that's because Nintendo needs to start making more of their products.
Maybe
Thought.
so, huh?
I don't know. It doesn't have too big of a day one library right now. Not enough consoles were made, so opening weekend I feel is gonna be rough.
I don't get why they do that because
No.
I mean, think about this. You're in a situation where you're like, oh, I really want the Switch is coming out. Let's go get that. Okay, it's sold out. Pre-orders are sold out. So then you're just the person sitting there, and then, how many people are just going to go, okay, I'll just get a PS4. I mean, whatever. I just want to play, like, games now. Forget it. I mean, if you just kept, and same with the NES Classic. Like, if you just kept yourself stocked,
Gosh.
people are buying your things. Why? I don't get it.
I paid $125 for mine, so if that's not saying like people want it, Nintendo's not smart to me.
Yeah.
They're not smart people.
Yeah.
And
They don't seem to be.
oh, be quiet, huh?
Yeah, I don't get it. Because there's gonna be tons of people that want that Switch, and
They're not gonna get this.
and I'll just be at work like,
I just see
sorry.
people walking in the store not keeping up with the Switch at all. Hey, do you guys have some Switches?
no. They won't even say, "Do you guys?" They'll go, "Hey, I'd like to get a Switch," and
Yeah,
I'll be like, "I bet you would.
I
I bet you would
I
like
bet
to
you
get
would.
one."
Maybe in a month or so.
Yeah, because I mean, it's just, yeah. Okay, so final question over the Switch. It's kind of a multi-part. So, do you think the Switch will be a failure like the Wii U? And then building off of that, if so, why? If not, how do you think they're going to, like, where do you think Nintendo goes from here then?
No, Switch is not gonna fail because it's gonna fall in the category of it's gonna fall into the pattern. We got the Nintendo 64, a really good console, and then we got the GameCube, which wasn't as good as the Nintendo 64. Still a classic console, people still play it, but it was not as revolutionary and quality-wise as Nintendo 64. I know like the graphics and gameplay were better, but Nintendo 64 was still like better at that time. Then we got the Wii, which was even better than like
biggest
the
console
GameCube.
release ever, I might add.
See, we got the Wii, which blew the GameCube out of the water. Heck, it could play GameCube games. And then we got the Wii U, which a lot of people thought was an add-on to the Wii.
I know I did.
And I actually knew that one was a console.
Did you?
When
But
I
you were
watched
just like-
it. I didn't hear until like a year later that people thought it was an add-on, and that's why sales were so rough.
Horrible.
But that one wasn't too good. So now we're gonna get the Switch, and we have this bad taste left in our mouth from Wii U. So even if it's just like 5% better, we're gonna think it's amazing.
I know. That's the thing. So where do you think it goes from here then? Where do you think Nintendo goes now?
Oh, the next console's gonna suck.
You think?
Yeah, it's gonna fall in this pattern. I truly
Do you
believe the
think-
next Nintendo console is
Do
not
you
going to
think
be
the
very
next
good.
Nintendo console is going to have a portable screen like this one does?
I mean, why throw away the feature? I mean, it depends on like I mean, like when the Wii came out, they were all about motion controls. When the Wii U came out, it was about switching from the TV to this gamepad. This one's about taking console games on the go.
Yeah.
So, I mean, each console falls under a different category of things it's built for.
Yeah.
So, maybe the screen won't be necessary in their next console. I don't know. Maybe... I don't know what their next idea is going to be. Maybe we'll get a device that sucks us in a virtual world.
Yeah, hey,
You
that'd
know?
be cool.
Like,
Yeah.
everything impossible Nintendo will do.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely don't think it'll be a failure by any means because Peyton hit the pin on the head with...
It's not a saying.
It is now. The Wii U was so, like, distasteful
So
to everyone
boring.
that I think, like he said, any slight improvement, people are just going to be like, "This is amazing!" And I truly do believe it will actually be amazing, not just, this is better than the Wii U.
Right.
Yeah, and another thing is, so what I'm excited for, especially with the Switch, is that they have abandoned the name Wii, because that was a lot of people's issue with the Wii U, because it sounded like an attachment. Like,
Yeah.
that name sound like it's an attachment on the name Wii, so you'd think the Wii U is
What
this
if they called it, like, the 64 cube?
64 cube. Yeah, like,
Or the Wii cube?
yeah. People, like, might be like, what? So I'm excited that it's a whole new name, a whole new look. Yeah, and I mean, Wii U didn't even sell out its pre-orders. It didn't.
No.
Switch has already sold out its pre-orders, and I do realize that is also because Switch has, Nintendo has a lower...
Because they made no
Yeah, they don't
consoles.
make as many, but that is a good sign that people want them, and people are... there are people... I've had countless people come in trying to pre-order them at GameStop, and, we're just out.
Do you have, like, a waiting list or
No,
something?
no, people always ask, but we can't, because, like, there'd literally be hundreds of people.
Yeah.
And then I think the future, it is tough to say. I feel like abandoning the portable screen is insane.
Mm-hmm.
I do, however, think that the 3DS will be phased out. I think they're going to stop.
That's going to become a legacy console very
I think it
soon.
will, because they're going to realize, I think they've already realized, hey, this Switch is a portable thing. Why on earth why not get everyone on the same console spending more money, really?
Yeah.
On this thing, and we'll put all the Pokemon games on this. I think 3DS will be phased out within the next, like, 3 years. It's sad because we own one, but
I think they're going to make a new...
Pokemon.
No. I think they're going to make a new handheld console coming up soon.
You really?
I really think so,
Wow.
because
I would think they wouldn't just because of the Switch.
the battery life of the Switch.
It's true.
I
great.
feel like the handheld, taking it with you mobility
Mm-hmm.
is only for, like, those, like, very rare occasions that, like, you're on a plane for, like, a few hours. I know the battery life is like 3 hours to that, and I know the 3DS is a lot longer than that. That's more like 5 to 6 hours. I think they're gonna really make a new handheld console. I think that's what they're gonna do.
Interesting. You don't think they might make just like a case for the Switch that gives it like 10 plus hours?
No, I don't think so. I think they're gonna make like the Nintendo 4DS. I don't know.
4D, holy moly!
I don't know what they're gonna do.
Interesting.
Something new.
As always. Oh. All right. Well, that wraps up the topic of the show. Please write in. Let us know if you got the Switch. Let us know what you think of it. If you didn't, let us know let us know anything.
Let us know how badly you want one.
Yeah, just write in. And again, we are the Galaxy Connection podcast. Tell your friends, share us, get us out there. Because the more following we get, then the more we can do for you guys. Yeah, that about wraps it up. I'm Jack Dean.
I'm Peyton.
See you guys. May the force be with you.